So this is one of my favorite movements. You get a lot of bang for your movement buck with this movement. It's a really wonderful shoulder and wrist mobilizer, and it helps cultivate communication and cooperation between your shoulder and your wrist, and your elbow gets in there, your hand, so that can be kind of handy as a musician. It is also a little bit of a proprioceptive challenge, so it can be a little bit tricky at first to figure out how to even do the movement. And I personally find that kind of challenge sort of enlivening. And this is a movement that I will often do before I practice because it helps mobilize and bring blood flow and movement and all that good stuff to my whole upper body. So that's kind of helpful if I'm going to be playing for a while. But it also helps to get my brain into that practice-ready state. So I'm alert, I'm paying attention, my thoughts have to kind of quiet down in order to accomplish the movement, but I'm not taking things too seriously. So I will often do this with a ball, but in case you don't happen to keep a ball in your practice room, I'm going to demonstrate with my metronome. You want something that you're not too worried about dropping. This metronome has been dropped many times over the years, and it's still ticking. So I've got the metronome in the palm of my hand. So the palm of my hand is flat. I'm not gripping the metronome. I'm just laying the metronome on my hand. So my hand is the saucer. The metronome is the teacup. And I'll start by just reaching the metronome forward with my flat hand. And then I'll bend my elbow, internally rotate at the shoulder joint. And I'm a little close to the wall. Reach it back. So you can start this way, just forward and back. So internal rotation, external rotation. And once that feels pretty good, you can take it to the next step. So I feed the metronome back, and then I keep going out to the side and then bring it over my head and back to the starting position. Want to see it again? Back, out to the side, over my head. And then you just keep going like this for as long as it feels good. You can let your upper body be kind of responsive to the movement, trying to make it as smooth and fluid as possible. It can be fun to try to change levels, wander around the room, whatever you want to do. But there's sort of a level of concentration and awareness that you need to maintain in order to keep the metronome or whatever you're using balanced. Anyway, that's a fun one. Give it a try. I'd love to know what you think.